And we're in the kitchen with Made with Love Delectable Edibles. Colin and Alexandra, how are you guys doing today?
Really good.
Don't you just find the sunshine just lifts your spirits up so much more? It's so nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's been beautiful out there today. We're making a Thai chicken alphabet soup today. This is a creation that I feel strongly you guys came up with last evening. You're like, what can we do? And you came up with something super creative. Yes?
It was actually this morning.
Okay.
Because originally, I have all this chicken which I picked up yesterday, which I thought I was gonna do Aztec chocolate chicken today, and then I realized I didn't have a lot of time for sampling, and it's kind of, chicken's kind of always something you have to think a lot about when you're sampling, and I'm gonna be doing sampling with chicken. And, I decided against it today. So this is actually what I did for my kids' lunches this morning.
Nice.
And so I did a variation of our magic meal, our alphabet soup, and which Alex is adding to the boiling water right now as I'm speaking. And
smells so good.
so it's basically a variation of it. So Alex has added, basically we have 5 cups of water at boiling in a package of the alphabet soup.
Okay.
And now I'm going to add a chicken breast.
Right into the soup?
Right into the soup.
For all you people who are connoisseurs of raw chicken and like to touch raw chicken, you are welcome to chop it up beforehand. But what we're going to do is we're going to take it out at the end and chop it, and we're just going to cook it whole in the soup.
And the gist is, none of us like touching raw, slimy chicken.
Oh, I love it. It's great.
It's just not pleasant.
Look at how quickly that changed color.
So you stick your piece, you can do a chicken breast or a boneless, skinless chicken thighs. Put 1 or 2 pieces in for a 2-serving soup mix.
I have to ask, how long does this take to cook? I would never have done this. Like dropped a raw.
15 minutes.
15 minutes and the chicken's cooked.
Oh yeah, it's boiling water.
I guess that'll do it because of course the oven, it's like 45 to 50 minutes at 350.
It's amazing how fast things cook when you've got direct heat on them. The oven takes, you know, half an hour to get to boiling when you put something in the oven, right? It'll take quite a long time for that, you know, casserole dish or whatever to heat up. And just a trick, guys, for anybody who's using these magic meal mixes, scissors. I just take a pair of scissors and chop right across the top of the package, and it opens the outside cardstock and the bags all at the same time, really easy. And then the coolest thing about this is all of this is compostable or recyclable, depending on how you like. You can throw the whole thing in your compost heap if you want, or you can compost the silo bags, which are the compostable bags, and put the paper cardstock in your recycling. So yeah, no garbage.
Which is fantastic. Yeah, I find with kids, they rip and tear open boxes, and then they're ripped like halfway down the side of the package, like a cereal box. A lot would be solved with just a pair of scissors. Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Okay, so what are we doing now?
So now we're just going to prep a couple things that are going to go in at the end. So basically with this recipe, this usually calls for 6 cups of water, but we're going to substitute a can of coconut milk in at the end. And a tablespoon of coconut oil in at the end, and a bit of red pepper spice blend, and a bit of cilantro, and half a lime.
Nice, just to give it that
So it's really
flavor.
going to have those kind of, I find pretty authentic Thai flavors. The red peppers I always find is a really great substitute for any Thai recipe, red pepper and coconut, because that's chili oil in Thai cooking is basically chili and paprika that's heated up in oil, and that's all the main ingredients in the red pepper. It has a sweetener, so do that with coconut, lime, and garlic, and it's awesome for any Thai flavoring.
Okay. So in this recipe, it's totally dairy-free. You're gonna get a little bit of a creaminess to your soup because of the coconut milk. If you wanted to make this recipe vegan, feel free to opt out on the chicken breast and do it with tofu, or do it with some sort of soy meat substitute for chicken if you like. or just do it plain. The soup mix itself has lentils and all your spices and veggies in it. So it's a full, complete vegan meal on its own.
I can't believe how quickly this chicken breast is cooking.
Yeah.
Am I late to the party on cooking chicken in a soup? Like, I've never done this. I don't know if I'm the last one.
I don't think so. No,
I've just not ever heard of doing this.
No, I think this is Colin's thing. He literally does it because he doesn't like to deal with raw chicken. He just throws it in, and right near the end, he pulls it out with tongs and chops it up once it's cooked.
Okay.
So it's not all gooey and slimy. So when he did it for the kids this morning, he said, well, actually, I put the chicken in whole, but I guess on the show, maybe we should chop it up first.
Don't have to.
I was like, nobody else wants to chop the chicken up first. Let's cook it first.
Look at that chicken. It's like, it looks like it's cooked already. I mean, obviously it needs a few more minutes, but looking good, guys.
Yeah. So this is the first half. So it's a good place to take a break because that chicken and soup mix needs to boil on high. And then once it's really high there, turn it down to sort of a medium, but keep it boiling rapidly for about 15 to 20 minutes until your lentils and your pasta and your chicken are cooked through.
Fantastic. This is going to be good. It smells delicious. The cilantro gets added at the end. Yum. It smells delicious in the kitchen. We're making a delicious Thai chicken alphabet soup. We're about to add some coconut into the mix. So these are the final things at the end. After the chicken is cooked, we're adding the coconut and the cilantro.
And to avoid playing with raw chicken, I've just reached my knife in there and just sliced that chicken breast into a few pieces. You don't actually even have to bring it out of the pot. I just kind of used a fork and a knife like that.
Yep, and it looks really well cooked.
There we go. So this is going to have a really kind of smooth coconut flavor. It's going to have a bit of spiciness with the red pepper and the sort of authentic Thai kaffir lime and garlic on top of it. It's going to be awesome.
So what did you add there, Colin?
So I added a can of coconut oil, and now I'm squeezing in half a lime. And then I'll be adding in a tablespoon of coconut oil. So it was coconut milk I added, actually.
So how come the oil and the milk? It just gives it a richer flavor, I guess?
Exactly.
If you want to be lower fat, absolutely leave the oil out of the recipe.
But so good for you, right? You can't think of it as being a bad oil. Coconut oil is excellent for you. I understand it also is helping in Alzheimer's.
Yeah,
and helping to stave off. Not that you can 100% prove anything, but that's sort of been the latest thing with coconut oil. And
the big thing about this recipe is that the adding of the coconut milk and the coconut oil right at the end. That's important because you don't overheat the fatty acids in the coconut oil. I mean, coconut oil can take heat, but the less often we sort of cook it really hard, the more sort of natural those fatty acids are going to remain. So it's looking really lovely. You could use butter for that oil step in the recipe if you wanted to. Adding a little bit of butter right to the end of a recipe is kind of a gourmet cooking tip. It finishes it without the butter getting really cooked, so you get a really nice creaminess. So that's what we're doing with that coconut oil.
I would love to try it.
You can tell I can talk and do things so well at the same time, hey?
Story of my life, don't worry. Delicious, you guys. Very rich flavors. The Thai and the cilantro, great flavors. It's delicious. I can't say enough. It's gorgeous. It's very rich.
And then for kids, probably at this point, you're great to go. For the grown-ups, doing a little sprinkling of red pepper on top.
Yeah.
We'll give it a gorgeous garnish and just sort of push it over the edge.
Yeah, and that coconut milk really adds a certain flavor to it and gives it that creamy finish. Any parting thoughts, you guys?
That recipe is on our Facebook page right now. And if you come into the Brocklehurst Coopers between about 3 and 5:30 today, we will be taste testing this recipe.
And it's delicious. You guys, thank you so much for being here. madewithlove.ca if you'd like to check it out. I'm going to finish my soup. Have a fantastic afternoon. Enjoy the sunshine. We'll see you back here tomorrow.